What up, YouTube? Reezonotix back once again. This is the third review in the series for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the original Nintendo Entertainment System. I've already gone and reviewed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Already gone and reviewed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. Well, now we're going to review the third and final one, and that is called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, the Manhattan Project. Here you get a good look at the game. So you'll see the title right there. It is indeed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, the Manhattan Project. And it's a lot more rare and hard to find and hard to track down than the first game and then the second one. But it's well worth it, man. My wife tracked it down for me about a year and a half ago after I told her about it. And basically, this one, the story in this game is a lot more thought out, a lot more well done, well written than the one for the second one. Because for the second one, let's face it, it's just to beat them up, and they just wanted to port the arcade game. And the story for that one was simple: have Shredder kidnap April, have him kidnap Splinter. Turtles are gonna follow. Now in this one, it's a little bit more well done, as I said. The Turtles are on vacation in sunny Florida, right here where I'm from. It ain't that sunny right now, but you know what I'm saying? They're on what looks to be Miami Beach, lounging in the sun, sunglasses on, relaxing, and they have this little TV with them, and they're watching April do her report, and all of a sudden, in the middle of her doing her report, Shredder invades, and he has somehow, I don't know if it's through a machine or what, he has the ability to basically rip Manhattan out of the ground, out of the earth, and it gets elevated into the sky, and he's basically taken over the city. So the Turtles, of course, get called back into action, and that's how the action begins. Just a couple notes. The gameplay has been well improved over the second one. Now, there was nothing wrong with the gameplay in the second one, but they improved it even further. For example, you don't have just your basic attacks. You don't just have special moves that you can use by holding A and B to take out pretty much everybody. They do cost you a little life to use, but you don't just have those. By the way, those are a lot better and more well designed in this game than they are in the second one. But you also now have every turtle has the ability now to use his weapon to basically thrust at the opponent, and once he gets him, he can hurl him over his head, and that's an instant kill. So that's very effective and very helpful because the foot soldiers attack in bigger numbers in this game than they did in the second one. uh, Another thing that improves the game, well, it doesn't improve the gameplay, but keeps it top notch is the fact that local multiplayer has made a return. You can play with two players. Um, the level designs are a little better than the first one, or I should say than the second one. Graphics have gotten a slight notch, a slight bump up, as there's a couple of particle effects, such as the first level with the sand and all that. Um, and that's about it. I mean, I think there's a few more colors in the color palette for this game. Basically, the first level, you start off on the beach, you get jumped by all the foot soldiers, and you go brawling all the way to the end of the stage. Once you reach the end of the stage, the second level, the turtles actually have to jump on surfboards and surf all the way up the East Coast back to New York. Now, that's ridiculous for today's games, but back then, remember, this is a game targeted for kids, and it's an NES title. That was awesome back then, and I still it's still enjoyable. You got a couple of unique levels in this game, such as, like I said, the beach, the surfing level. You got this level when you finally make it to Manhattan. I don't know if it's some type of bridge. I don't know my geography well, so I'm not gonna say the Brooklyn Bridge, but it's some type of bridge in Manhattan that's been severed when Manhattan got lifted up, and you're on that bridge on Manhattan and on top of Manhattan, and there's a couple of like holes in the bridge, and you can fall off, and you're fighting foot soldiers and vehicle-based enemies on that level. Um, you got your typical bosses, your Rocksteadies, your Bebops, and a couple of other bosses from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle universe. I have not beat this one, but I've gotten very far, and I must say the gameplay. I mean, the game is just a joy to play, especially as a Turtles fan. It's everything the second one was and more, which is a great thing to hear. Um, Sadly, there's not much more I can say. Like I said, the graphics are beautiful, just as good as the second one, if not a little bit better. The animations are more fluid too. Because in the second one, like I said, you had special moves that you can use A and B at the same time to use them. And for Leonardo, it was like this swipe, with his swords. And for Raphael, actually, it was like that for all of them in the second one. They all did this little like swiping motion with their weapons. They would jump up and they would like boom, knock everybody out. Well, in this one, they each have individual special moves, such as Leonardo spins around with his katanas like a helicopter. Raphael does a drill. He does like a flying drill with his size. Um, Forgot what Michelangelo does and what Donatello does, but they each have special moves. They're all distinctive, so that's another improvement over the second game. Um, what else? What else? What else, man? Music just as good and just as catchy as the first one. The sound's great. Um, the gameplay fun, like I said, and the fun factor just through the roof for this game. And it's one of those games that you can go back and play again and then just like the second one, so the replay value is high. It is a definite recommendation for NES owners. I know it's a lot more rare than the first two titles, but if you have an NES and you're a Turtles fan, and you got the first and the second one, but you don't have this one, your collection is not complete. Track this one down, man. It is worth it. I gave the second one, if I'm not mistaken, a 9 out of 10, and I'll give this one a 9 out of 10 also. It is that good. Just as good. Very worthy sequel to the second one. Matter of fact, I like this game so much that let's just say, for the sake of argument, that the second one would have never came out. This one would have gotten just as much acclaim and just as much applause and following from the fans as the second one did. The reason it didn't is because after the second one, this one came out, it was kind of more the same in a sense, but it is still very, very great, very, very good. So check it out. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3: The Manhattan Project on the Nintendo Entertainment System. God bless y'all. Stay gaming. Hope to see you soon.